everybody. So, I want to take a moment and talk about the difference between spirit guides and departed loved ones. This segment was actually prompted by a radio show that I did not too long ago on the Rick Lewis morning show when I had a caller call in, and right away, his deceased grandfather, James, came through. And he went immediately into talking about this man's life purpose and how he's at a crossroads, and basically called him out on the fact he was on the fence whether or not he should stay in his career or take that leap of faith and move into starting his own company. And so Grandpa called it out, and the man was floored and excited because that's exactly where he was at in his life. And he gave him really great guidance. He gave him great next steps on what to do, what not to do, how to empower him to be a co-creator in this manifestation process. And so at the end of that call, Rick Lewis pointed out that originally this man had written in saying he wanted to connect with his deceased mother, and the mother never showed up. And as I explained, it was because when I do radio shows especially, I only have a few minutes at best to make a connection. And so what happens, it comes down to the order of priority, not of the loved ones who cared about you. It's more about who is front and center in your corner, so to speak, who is part of your team spirit. And what I mean by that, who is your number one or number two spirit guide that is working with you in that moment, wherever you're at in your life, on a certain assignment. So while his mother absolutely is one of his biggest cheerleaders, as most of our departed loved ones are, the spirit guides are more instrumental because they're on assignment helping us learn certain lessons, accomplish certain karmic tests that we set up for ourselves, or opportunities that we have scripted for our lives. They are 24/7 available to you. Spirit guides can't be just anybody. They have to be responsible. They have to know how to guide you while at the same time honoring your free will. And so those are usually loved ones who have been gone for several years or more, and they work with your guardian angel and your higher council of spirit guides that help them know what to do, what not to do. And so what I would encourage you to do, if this interests you, to know who your spirit guides are, always call in all of your loved ones in spirit when you pray and meditate. Call in your guardian angels, call in all your spirit guides, and then ask them to show you who they are and what they're working with you on. And just know, if your spirit guides end up surprising you, being ancestors you either never knew or you were not close to in life, just know that is very, very common. And typically the reason for that is those loved ones either failed to show up for you and do for you in life that which they were supposed to do or that which they wanted to do, or they empathize with you in certain lessons that you're going through and challenges and situations because they too went through a similar life experience and they know how best to help you. Okay, so I just want to remind you, we all have a team spirit made up of many departed loved ones, spirit guides, and guardian angels and angels, right? And your departed loved ones are always there listening, watching, and available to connect with you. But again, it doesn't mean that it's always going to be on your terms when you want it, giving you signs the way you want it. Your job is to simply acknowledge them and then give them permission to connect with you, and then let go and trust in the right timing, right order, in the perfect way. They're going to show up and validate you so that you do know you are not alone and they are always with you. I hope that helps, and I would encourage you to put it to the test and continue to nurture that own connection you have on your own to your loved ones on the other side. As always, I'm wishing you brightest blessings and all love.